Welcome back, I'm Ray, and today we're talking about the SHP 9500. Just kind of going around the outside a little bit. You got the weird letters, so you should never get mixed up on which side is which when you're putting them on. Never put them on backwards. They come with this cable. Just a 3.5 to 3.5. Nice and simple. It only has one side. Just plug it in, plug it into. These I use for gaming, so I say plug into your controller, or you can get all sorts of things. Like I think this also comes with it, where you can separate the voice and the audio for your computer to work correctly. But that's pretty much it. They're not Bluetooth. They have this nice sliding thing here. They get pretty big, but the best thing about these, or one of the good things, let's go over a few things. So number one, why I love them so much for gaming is they're super comfortable. Goodness, they are. You can wear them for hours and hours. And then I have a couple of times, gamer, you understand. But what makes these cool versus something like this here is the Rig 500 from Plantronics. But this is your typical gaming headset. I lost the mic, which was detachable, which can go in here. But normal headset. But these are, because they're a normal, a normal kind of thing, they block out all noises. Kind of like the Harman Kardon that I went over in the last video. Check it out. But to me, when you're wearing these, you kind of find yourself maybe, wearing them off of one ear, like so, or you got them on and you think you hear something, or somebody calling you. You're never quite sure. So instead of, I guess, cutting you off from the world, I guess like they're supposed to do, because you're gaming and say you're playing, if you're into shooters, right? The footsteps and whatnot. It comes with noises that could be like real life noises. So I find myself distracted personally. These here are open back. If you're not quite sure what it means, then just for super simplicity, for those that do know, I won't bore you. If you cup your ear like this, this will be like a closed back, a normal headset. If you spread your fingers, the difference in sound is basically the same. So your closed back won't necessarily always block out all noises, but an open back will let it go through freely. Now, that sounds like that would be distracting, or it would just mess up the hearing and the sounds of the game. But it does the opposite, in my opinion. You don't even need like an extreme volume, just your comfortable level and whatnot, and it kind of blends. And because of it, out here on the truck, it's basically like a bedroom. So yes, you'll have some noises, but because of those subtle natural noises, you kind of get more involved in the game. But at the same time, if something does happen, or you have somebody trying to get your attention or something, it's open enough where you can hear it easily, and you can get to it, no problem. Say, the wife needs your attention for something, no problem. And you never have to kind of, pull it off to see if somebody's there or not, because it'll shine right through. Depending on your volume. They might have to speak a little louder if you got it at high volumes. That's not really my thing, but to each his own. But on top of that, this has a very, very wide staging. So going back to shooters, which is one of the great things it's for, you can hear, not only can you hear footsteps and whatnot very clearly, it does very well at pointing the position of your opponent. They're also good for just regular, like say you have like a story type game, they're great for that too. But I guess the bass it's not overwhelming. Like say, if you're listening to music, you want that nice solid bass because it gives that depth and whatnot. If you're playing a video game and you got explosions going on around you, you don't necessarily want all of that coming through, because if it does, it tends to mute out other sounds. Like going back to, I'm an Apex player, so you're shooting games, right? If you have gunshots or explosions, it will cover up all sounds. Now with these, they definitely come through very well, but they don't block out all other noises, which is, it's a good balance, I guess. The cool thing about something you can add for these, for specifically for online gaming, is this little thing. This is called a Motor Boom Pro. You just plug it in, since it's only one end. You just plug it in. So you got your audio and your mic. You have a control on your switch for just the on and off on the mic, and you got volume on the other side. But you can just clip this onto your shirt or something to get it out the way. Therefore, you have your headset, but with legitimate headphones. So it's a nice little touch that can be versatile. As far as music, these they're okay. Like I said, the bass is an issue. Take for instance, if you're in the country, Luke Combs, right? His voice is a deeper voice, kind of like mine. But as he sings, you're losing out that impact, that grunt of his voice, which kind of adds quite a bit. Or say Adele, the deeper notes in the piano are not, they're just missing. It just missed that oomph, that feeling. So you get, it's iffy. It's kind of hit and miss. So like guitars sound pretty good on these. Like a lot of the music, the notes sound pretty great if you have somebody's voice that's in the middle of the road. So Luke Combs, deep voice, you're missing part of it. Adele, her she has some lower growls that's really nice. But on the high end, it's kind of pitchy, overdone. So not the greatest for music in my opinion, but for gaming it is wonderful. If you do want something specifically for music, tune in to part 4. It's my next video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.